Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. While I was trying to just check the prices on StockX, I accidentally fucking ordered a pair of Jordan 3 dead stock. Oh my god, I'm a fucking moron. Is it possible to cancel on StockX? I'm so fucking stupid. I definitely did not want to spend $730 on these shoes. Fuck me in the... This is what I get for vlogging right when I wake up. What am I gonna do about this? I am an idiot! YouTube, what's up? I want to do some unboxings today. I just woke up, excuse me. Got a zit, gross. 40 years old, still getting pimples. What's up with that? So, I've been stressed to the gills lately at work. And when I get stressed, I start online shopping like crazy. I've got to deal with this right now. I got to figure out what's what. Those are all vintage sneakers that I just picked up. I don't even want to call them vintage, they're just kind of beaters. Really been into vintage clothing lately. It's the nostalgia of it all. Finding clothes that I used to wear when I was a teenager. I felt like I should find some shoes that kind of match that style. And so I found a bunch of Jordans. Jordans 1 through 5. And they are not in the, they're not, oh actually one of them are dead, one of them is dead stock, but it looks kind of beat up actually. And all of them but one have been pretty worn. But that's the look I'm going for. So I'm about to open that up. I just woke up, so I don't even know what I'm saying. But let's get to it.
In college, you and your roommates used to get gasoline and toothbrushes and scrub the shit out of your shoes to make them bright white like they were brand new. And you get so anal if like I scuffed or stepped on or anything your shoes.
Oh yeah. So me and my roommate Mo had been collecting shoes before me, but I've always been a sneakerhead. So in college at Emory, after like a long day of studying or whatever, we just sit in the laundry room in our dormitory hall. We take our shoes, we had our toothbrush, we had a little bit of gasoline and a little cup. We even had these erasers. I don't know if you remember the erasers. And we'd erase the scuffs, and then we'd use the toothbrush and the gasoline and just kind of wipe it all down to make them look clean.
And then when that didn't work, he always had his closet filled with like 10 pairs of the same shoe, like dead stock, like Tim's or Air Force Ones.
Oh, I couldn't afford Tim's like that, but I always had like 4 or 5 pairs of lugs ready to go, and I always had like 4 or 5 pairs of white Air Force Ones ready to go because they only last so long. Once they get scuffed, it was like, oh, you can't wear them because they got to be clean. Because I went to college in the 2000s. So it was all about having your shoes look extra clean. And you know what? I think people probably are still like that. But as I've matured, I love the worn-in look. So I'm not looking for shoes that are in pristine condition. I actually think it looks cool when they're worn in. These are the Jordan 1s, a very classic silhouette. This is the most sought-after Jordan, probably the most sought-after Jordan silhouette. It's just beautiful. It is the shoe. And I think they came as a pack, the Yin Yang pack. So I think it comes with a black with the white swoosh. There's no Jumpman on the back, so it's clean, simple, modern look. But my understanding from the history of this shoe is it came out in 2016 and was first released at Atmos in Japan. I think it's gonna go well with pretty much everything I wear. It's just a white and black shoe. Reminds me of my Supreme Nike Air Force One high tops. And like I said, for a shoe that's been beat up for 5 years, it's still got a lot of life to it. These are the Jordan 2s, and so the listing said 2004. So this is the closest to actual vintage out of the shoes that I bought. So we're like at 18 years, right? 2004. But I'm also confused because The box says 2011, so maybe they're 2011. I just don't know that much about sneaker history to even be able to tell you. Did Jordan 2 lows get released in 2011? Or are these released from 2004? I have no idea. People sleep on the Jordan 2 lows. I definitely did, but until I saw Virgil's version, and I was like, oh, that's kind of dope actually. But I didn't want to, after Virgil's passing, I was like, I don't know if I could ever actually wear those. I don't think I just want to hold them and treasure them, keep them dear to my heart. I'm a huge Virgil fan. It's the last thing I bought before he passed away. So I started looking for these Jordan 2s that maybe had some yellowing on the soles. Felt like I got a great deal on these, dead stock. These were actually designed by Bruce Kilgore. They get super slept on, but I think they look fire. The Jordan 3. This is a very historic shoe for Jordan. These are the white cements. He wore these in '88 when he won the dunk contest from the free throw line. Everybody knows that. Amazing. So when these came out in '88, it was the first year he played with Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant. I think Phil Jackson was the coach, not the head coach. Many firsts for him in this shoe. MVP and Defensive Player of the Year wearing Jordan 3s. They got bounced out of the playoffs, but this is also the first shoe that didn't have the Nike logo on the back and had the Jumpman logo on the back. It's got the elephant, the famous globally recognized elephant print. It's also the first shoe designed by Tinker Hatfield, who's obviously synonymous with the Jordan brand. The Jordan 4, just to give you guys a little bit of history on this shoe, this is kind of when Jordan really started getting a lot of crossover appeal. The shoe appeared in Do the Right Thing. It first released, I think, in 1989, 1990, something like that. This is the 2012 version, and it first released again as a retro in '99, and then 2012, and then I think again in 2016. The 2012 version is kind of the ugly stepchild. Made a lot of mistakes, like with the shade of the gray and the speckles, using the Jumpman logo on the back. People have a lot of beef with the 2012, but I like it. I like how, and I actually picked this one out because it's got a worn look to it. Look at that nasty gunk on the bottom. But I like how the mesh netting has kind of yellowed. I don't know how well you can see that, but I don't care if the 2012 is the most hated model. I think it looks beautiful. This is a 2006 model. It was originally the Jordan 5 Fire Red, was released in 1990. Again, designed by Tinker Hatfield. You'll notice here you got a lot of zigzags. Looks very fast. I think Tinker was inspired by World War II, fighter jets, Mustangs, Sharks. Wanted to give it a very aggressive look. Kind of reminds me of a sports car, really. We've got the Jumpman logo on the back here for the 2006 release. But originally in 1990, can you believe that? And the shoe still stands the test of time. It is still a classic silhouette, still beautiful. 1990, that was a long time ago, and they're still releasing the same shoe. This one is in really good condition from 2006. This is the closest one I have to vintage, I think, as well, other than the '04 Jordan 2s. But yeah, there's a little bit of history on the shoes. I wanted to get Jordans that had some historical significance, but also shoes that make me feel nostalgic, and all of these do. Other than the Yin Yangs, I really had no idea what the hell these were. Never even seen them before. I just felt like the colorway was just so simple and modern, clean, and I loved how worn they look. So I'm ready to just rock these out. You gotta rank them though. Like, you can't pick.
Okay, one.
The ones, even though they're so beat up.
Oh, two. I'm just talking stylistic.
Okay, all right, stylistically. One,
2,
then the 4,
3, 4, 5.
Oh, you hate these, or you just like them last?
These are so much better than these. Even this one looks better.
What you know is true. Don't have to tell you. I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there.
I am headed to therapy. I'm not embarrassed to say it, but I go to therapy. I started, I don't know, maybe like 2 months ago, but I've been in and out of therapy. With my job, it gets really stressful, and I don't really have anyone to talk to about it that really understands what I'm going through. I don't even know if my therapist really understands, but I feel like just being able to talk to somebody, no judgment, and just say what's on my mind with no judgment, I think it's helpful. And then my therapist, she doesn't like tell me what to do, but she listens, and then she just kind of asks me questions to help me understand myself better. I think it's been amazing. If you are having stressful times, you are having a breakdown mentally, I highly encourage you to get professional help. Don't be embarrassed about it. I think it's something that everybody can find useful. It might seem like my life is all gravy and I got nothing to worry about, but that's not true. I have things to worry about every day. I'm worried every single day. I worry, like, what if everything that I built just comes crashing down? Or am I treating people correctly? Am I being the best version of myself? And I think therapy really helps bring the best out of me, helps me understand myself better. The more you understand yourself better, the better your life becomes. So we just did like a vintage unboxing of all those Jordans, so I felt naturally we'll take the vintage whip out today. 1999 BMW M3. This is over 20 years old, so it is considered vintage now.
Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart.
Am I on the wrong floor? Alright, so I just got out of therapy. We talked about, really just how come I'm never satisfied. Like she doesn't say that I should be satisfied. She just questions like, why do I always feel like there needs to be more? Like, can I just enjoy the success that I've achieved now and just find and be content and be happy? And I am happy. I love my life. It's great. But there is a piece of me that feels like I haven't reached my potential. I haven't achieved everything that I possibly can achieve. And because I feel that void of like I haven't done everything that I can, that there's something more to achieve. But that doesn't mean that I'm not happy. I'm absolutely happy. How could I not be happy? Life is so good. But just because I'm happy doesn't mean that I can't try to strive for more. And that desire to strive for more, where does that stem from? Just wanting to be the best. That if I'm not the best, then what the fuck is the point of doing anything?